back with Bobby and JJ Radio. You sit with Bobby and Robbie Allen of Credit Restoration of Texas, and he brought a special guest today. Who are we with?
I certainly did. I brought in JBuxie. He is a certified public accountant with JBuxie CPA, and he is here today to talk to us and tell us about his business and how he can help us with our taxes and the IRS, which I know that I know you cringe. Yeah, I'm like, don't want to hear that. Don't want to see anything from them. But John, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
So tell us a little bit about your business and what you do and how long you've been doing it.
Well, I've been doing this for about 30 years.
Mm-hmm.
That's it?
That's all.
Just kidding.
I'm only 40. What we do is we're a small business practice. Mm-hmm. We deal a lot with individuals, helping them with their individual taxes, planning, questions. Mm-hmm. We also help small businesses. Mm-hmm. And a lot of small businesses start up, they can do their trades that they do mm-hmm. well, but they don't understand the back office and they're too busy to do it. And we're there to help them. And a lot of them hear the word CPA and they think, oh, that's thousands of dollars. Mm-hmm. And it's not. They need somebody in a reasonable price range that can help them understand and help their business grow. And then thirdly, what we'll do a lot of is we help people with their IRS problems. Mm-hmm. And a lot of people have IRS problems.
Yeah. So just to get started with small businesses, what can you do to help a small business?
One thing that will help them with structuring, we can talk to them about what's the proper entity to be in. Mm-hmm. Should they be a sole proprietor? Should they be a limited liability company? What are some of the tax breaks they might not be taking? Different things the IRS is going to look for.
So you're keeping people out of trouble.
Yeah. Yes.
Absolutely. Yes. And then you also said that are you able to help them maybe with their payroll or
What we'll do on payroll is I prefer to refer it to some of the payroll services because that's what their expertise is. We can help them talk about unemployment claims. We can talk about proper way to put people on payroll, who should be on payroll, and different things, and we can consult them on it.
Yeah, I just want to say that if you're a small business starting out, you should definitely have a CPA to review your books and go over everything with you, because trying to figure this stuff out on your own is difficult. I don't know how large the IRS tax code is, but it's tens of thousands of pages.
There's a lot out there.
Yeah, and so instead of trying to figure it out on your own, you should really put a little bit of time, a little bit of money, and get it done right from the get-go.
It'll save you a big headache because most people they're running a business. They're not looking at the back part of the business, and 2-3 years can go down, and all of a sudden you got IRS knocking on your door, and you don't know where anything's at. You don't know what you've been doing, and then you're stepping in at this point and just trying to clean up the mess.
Yes. Yeah. And a lot of times it's just clean the mess up, stop the bleeding, going forward right, and then we deal with the IRS going backwards.
So if somebody wants, what's the best way for someone listening today that either they want to have their personal taxes looked at or their business taxes? What's the best way for them to reach out to you, John?
The best way would be call my office. Number's 210-499-0913. And my office will talk to them, put them on my calendar, and we can do a free consultation.
Okay. So I know we were talking about IRS problems, and that can be a scary situation. And we were talking earlier before we got started about IRS notices. Like, what kind of notices are we talking about?
Well, the IRS periodically will send out 2 or 3 million notices to taxpayers saying, we appreciate you filing your return, but there's something that you forgot to put on it. Yeah. And then it says, you owe us $10,000. Please send a check or tell us why you don't owe it. And 80% of those I find are wrong in some form or fashion.
80%.
But a lot of people just pay the bill.
Wow. And so
they'll just send hey, here's $10,000.
Yeah.
And this
or $2,000 or one. Yeah.
And this is just because the IRS, for whatever reason, they feel that you owe them this money.
Yeah. Well, a good example is somebody sells a stock for a loss.
Uh-huh.
Well, I lost money on the stock. I don't put the stock on the return. Well, the IRS will come in and say, well, you sold a stock for $40,000. Pay the tax on it. We don't know what you paid for it.
Ah, okay.
So we fix that.
Okay,
so
awesome.
Instead of showing a loss and maybe get some tax benefits from it, you're actually paying like you sold it at a profit.
You sold it for the full price.
And the IRS didn't even know that there was a loss. So yeah, they're charging you for that. Okay, so if you get any type of notices like that, you definitely need to call John. And then we were talking about cancellation of debt. What is that?
That ties into the notices also. But
Okay.
what happens is if you got a credit card debt or some medical debt and they forgive it, they issue a form called the 1099-C, cancellation of debt. And that's taxable income. And people don't know that. They don't put it on the return, and all of a sudden have an IRS notice. Please send us $10,000.
Yeah.
Okay. So really, if anybody gets any of those notices, they need to reach out to you. Can you give us that phone number again, John?
210-499-0913.
All right, that sounds
Yeah,
good.
thanks for meeting with us. And if you guys have any information or any questions that you have for John, please reach out to him.